I just arrived in Berlin for the 1936 Olympics. The city looks polished for the world, but the Nazi flags are already everywhere. I'm really excited to be attending this. Maybe Adolf Hitler will attend some of the events? At the same station where tourists arrived, soldiers are moving too. I wonder where they are going, as the war is still 3 years away. But the tourists don't seem to mind, or else they would have traveled to another destination. Maybe they are supporting the Nazi regime. On the way into the city, every street is staged like a performance. Berlin wants visitors to see order, beauty, and celebration. Look at all the Nazi banners. The whole city is decorated with them. At this point in history, Hitler is loved by most Germans. The hotel lobby is full of foreign guests, reporters, and Olympic officials. Everything feels elegant, but the uniforms in the room change the mood. Let's see if I can find my room. This is my hotel room while I'm in Berlin. I really like it. The room is incredibly elegant. Every detail in here is straight out of the 1930s. So cool. Now I need to get out and explore the city. The torch relay was introduced here in 1936, and watching it now feels surreal. The flame is beautiful, but the whole moment is being used as propaganda. Witnessing this feels surreal, though. There it is, the Olympic Stadium. It's massive and honestly beautiful, but the symbolism around it is impossible to separate from the games. I hope there are any free seats because I haven't bought a ticket. Luckily, there were some free seats available, but I wished it were closer to the field. I wonder if Hitler and the other Nazi leaders have arrived yet. The opening ceremony is about to start. Today is August 1st, and the games will last for 15 more days. People keep saying Hitler attends the major Olympic events. Wait, hold on, I think that's Adolf Hitler. There he is! And he's sitting there with other top Nazi officials like Hermann Goering and Joseph Goebbels watching the entire stadium from above. There he is! Every celebration here turns into a show of discipline. Even the music feels carefully arranged to impress the world. But in 1936, no one knew how dangerous Hitler and Germany would become. They didn't see him as a real threat. I'm hungry, so I'm having something to eat. Sour Brustes with Kartoffelpuffer sounded nice, but we'll see when I get it.
Ich hoffe, es schmeckt gut.
This was actually delicious. This is the part visitors might not understand. These are children, but they're being organized like soldiers in the middle of the Olympic celebration. Hitlerjugend was the youth wing of the Nazi Party. At the most, it had 8 million members. That's a lot. Unter den Linden is covered from end to end. Olympic decorations are here, but the Nazi banners dominate everything. The boulevard is named after the linen trees on both sides of the avenue. I need to get back to the Olympic Stadium now, before the track events start. Luckily, I got seats much closer to the field this time, so we should actually be able to see the runners up close. I'm really excited. The athletes are incredible and the crowd is electric, but even during the races, the politics never disappear. A total of 49 nations are attending the Olympics this time. That's 2 more than in 1932. Germany will win altogether with 101 medals. I bet Hitler was happy with that. Foreign journalists are everywhere, and Berlin knows exactly what it wants them to film. The city is performing for the cameras. And they're succeeding too, in my opinion. The Olympics ran without any real scandals, which is quite impressive. Just one street away from the crowds, the atmosphere changes. People lower their voices the second the SS appears. That's understandable.
Hier dürfen Sie nicht filmen, junge Dame. Verschwinden Sie.
I think it's best to do as he says. I don't think tourists are supposed to see this. Away from the main streets, people are still being watched, stopped, and taken. No one seems to react to it, though. Has it become so normal already? That's scary. I think I'm heading back toward the main boulevard for a while. The side streets feel tense. But near the Olympic crowds, the atmosphere is at least a little lighter. The posters aren't just decoration. They're on walls, windows, and stations everywhere. This is propaganda woven into daily life. Deutschland siegt means Germany wins. Thankfully, they did not. Night in Berlin is dazzling during the Olympics, but the brighter the city gets, the more controlled it feels. Berlin is a beautiful city, though. I really like it here, but the Nazi banners are ruining the atmosphere in a way. Berlin is a beautiful city, though. I really like it here. I'm seriously excited for today's track events because Jesse Owens is running again. He already won gold in the long jump final, and everyone's saying he could leave these Olympics with 4 gold medals. He is American, and he is black. I bet Hitler is not too happy. He won! Jesse Owens just won the 100-yard dash in 9.4 seconds. Listen to this crowd. I'm glad I went back to the stadium today. This was so worth seeing. Wait, the camera just showed Hitler's section, and they do not look happy at all. That's Jesse Owens right there with the gold medal, and the entire stadium is watching history happen. You can feel the tension in the crowd because a black American athlete dominated Hitler's Olympics. But he did actually shake hands with and congratulate Owens on the victory. The rain is washing the streets right now. I didn't bring an umbrella, so I hope I don't get too wet. I need to go and find shelter. I certainly won't sit down here. I hope they don't see my camera, or else I might get told to get lost again. From up here on the rooftop, Berlin still looks beautiful. But the searchlights make it feel like the whole city is being watched. Most of the lights you see are coming from the Olympia Stadium. It's strange walking through Berlin right now because the propaganda actually feels toned down compared to what people describe from before the Olympics. I keep wondering if once the games end soon, all these Olympic posters are just going to be replaced by even more Nazi propaganda again. I'd like to ask someone here what the atmosphere is like during the Olympic Games. Entschuldigung, bist du mit den Olympische Gale in Berlin zufrieden?
Ja, sehr glücklich. Dafür können wir Hitler danken. Er ist unser Führer für die Zukunft.
He is too young to understand how bad Hitler actually is. Now the facade is coming down. Workers are replacing Olympic posters with harsher propaganda while visitors are still leaving. After 9 months of calmness, the Nazis are going to limit Jewish participation in German sports even further. That's just terrible. This Jewish shop is closed, but nobody wants to talk about why. 2 years later, in 1938, the Nazi Party completely forbid Jewish people from owning, operating retail stores and businesses. But as we can see, they had already closed some shops in 1936. The checkpoints are more obvious now. People are showing papers near the stadium that just yesterday was packed with cheering crowds. The checkpoints are monitored to trap individuals who are targeted for racist, religious, or political reasons. The visitors are leaving with souvenirs and photographs. I wonder how many of them understood what was hidden behind the welcome. Then again, many Europeans were excited about Germany's development after the Nazi Party took control. The Hitler-Jugend marches are getting bigger, not smaller. As the tourists leave, the real rhythm of the city is showing. Many of these boys will later become soldiers of the Third Reich, and some of them will never come home. That's sad to think about. The stadium is emptying now. After all the noise, the banners are still here, and they feel even heavier in the silence. The next Olympic Games won't happen until 1948 because of the war. That feels like forever right now. Everyone stopped when the loudspeakers started.
Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer.
Nobody wants to be the person who reacts the wrong way. Those loudspeakers were set up to project the voice of Hitler and broadcast athletic events like the Olympics. I came here to see the Olympics, but I'm leaving with mixed feelings. While the games themselves were great to watch, it was disturbing to see the Nazi regime in its glory. Now I need to get on that train. Who knows where it will take me next?